Hey, Brett here. So we're going to continue working on hip flexors and the piriformis again, deep in here. I'm going to go against the wall, and what I'll do is I'm going to get my toes sort of touching the wall. Going to get on all fours again. Looks like a blaster. I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to push my shin against the wall. Now this is very important. Knee against the wall. You want that knee touching the baseboard. If you don't, your knee is not going to be protected. So that's key. Now I like to put a pillow under my foot. That's optional, depends. This might be enough right here. You might use that bench. In fact, I think I'm going to grab that bench. You might want to use a bench, but I'm going to work my way up. So here, and here we go. Now that I'm here, I'm going to just hold this. Alexa, 3-minute timer. And let's go through again the principles. Breathe to relax. Inhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale to a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Why? It actually upregulates your parasympathetic nervous system. It relaxes yourself. You're putting yourself into a discomforting position, and you're telling your body while doing something that's uncomfortable, it's okay. I got this. Wet noodle. So I'm trying to relax wherever I can. Here, I'm locked out, so I'm not really using a lot of effort, but I can maybe also lock out my arms here and allow my the front of my right leg to just really drop. So wet noodle. If you can't relax something, lock it out. Try to find a way where you're not using a lot of effort to hold a pose. Pass the tension over time. I've got to hold it 2 minutes, typically minimum. 2 minutes, and you're getting into the place where you're starting to relax your nervous system and so on. 3 minutes, 4 minutes, you're if you're doing a targeted pose like this, you're going to really notice when you get to say 3, 4 minutes a difference. I've done this one for as much as 5 minutes, and the front of your leg feels like jelly. It's a really pleasant feeling, but it's very deep because this is so targeted. I'm only hitting one side right now, whereas on the other blaster, you hit both sides, right? You're stretching the front on one side and the underside of the other leg. So this is a more targeted pose. But already the front of my leg feels a lot softer. Alexa, stop. I'm going to come down slowly. I'm going to kick my left leg down on the ground and then just bring my right leg down. So the leg on the wall comes down second. All right, other side. Continue with my stretching, and then I'll see you in the next video, the next short. Alexa, 3-minute timer. So again, wet noodle. This arm is locked out. I'm not really putting anything here. This is more for balance than anything else. So it's hard to explain this, but my knee is against the wall and I'm allowing my hip to drop. It doesn't actually move, but essentially it almost makes the top of my leg concave just a little bit. And in doing that, it really gets a nice stretch on the front of the leg there. And maybe I am actually dropping the hip a little bit. So notice my butt's not against the wall. This isn't about the butt getting against the wall. This is about getting a big stretch on the front. So again, it's how it feels, not how it looks. And right now, this is a great stretch. In fact, I really don't want to go any more than that. That's right at the edge. If I go into much more, then my body will start to have a reflex response and it'll actually be net negative. You'll learn to read your body like that. And that learning to feel and read your body increases your sense of interoception. Wait, is that proprioception? That's interoception, I'd say. And that increases your neuroplasticity. Learning to hang out in discomfort and maintain a calm demeanor is also really good. Makes you less reactionary. It helps with spaciousness. Spaciousness is between stimulus and response. Do you respond or do you respond? It is, are you in your chest, in your sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, or are you in your stomach, in your parasympathetic nervous system? So I've done a bit of a medial rotation on my hand here. In Tai Chi, this is a very excellent way to hold your arm because the ligament is somewhat engaged. So I'm using actually my ligament by medial rotation of the hand to, and notice I've got a curve here, but the ligament's involved. I'm not holding, there's nothing going on there. Alexa, stop. So this is a nice little technique. You'll learn this over time as you learn to hold poses. All right, on to the third and final pose.